Okay guys, welcome to another video for JSS Adventures. So Jackson isn't actually here today, but he's been asking for one of these videos to go up, so I thought I'm going to do one first and I'll just test it, see how it works, and then we'll do one together. I want to just try it first, make sure that I actually know what I'm doing, and then I'll get him involved and he can cook a meal outdoors. So just in the back garden, nice weather. So we're going to cook. I'm going to cook dinner for myself and for Steph, and we'll see how it works. So I'm going to go light a fire, and then I'll get back to you. So I'll show you me lighting the fire and getting all that set up, ready to go. Okay, so got myself some dried grass. I use that just as my wee kind of starter. So I'll just get all that put into there nicely. And then just get a wee bag of kind of kindling here. Get all that ready to go. Keep them out. So I'm just sticking them in at the side and they're ready just to go straight away when I need them. Okay. I'm not sure I will do that, but we'll see how it goes. Okay. So, what I'm going to do is just build up a wee bit just round the sides, so that pretty much straight away it'll start to catch. Quite windy just now, so no help things right now, but we'll keep trying. Grass might just be too dry, to be honest. I think. Okay, so we have got it going. Just to set this down. We have got it going, so I'm just adding in kind of bigger bits just now, just to heat it up quite a bit, and then we should be pretty much good. We'll just let it heat right up, get a nice fire going, and then we'll just let it settle down, and then we'll be good for cooking on. So I've got a nice log here, which I'll stick in as well. I'm just going to set that on top just now. Okay, I'll just add a bit of heat in as well, just be blowing on it. Okay. Now that is looking like a fire to me. Camera always makes a fire look even better. Like just that kind of glow that's coming off is pretty incredible. Okay, so what we don't want to do is we don't want to cook when it's like this. We want it nice and red, embers and things like that to cook on. So yeah, that's why we're going to just let this burn away for a wee bit, and then we'll come back to it and we'll see how hot it is, and then we'll get cooking on it as well. And every time I have a fire, I always have a pokey stick. Pokey sticks are great, just to get in and about it a wee bit, just to separate it out, move some wood around. So I always get yourself a pokey stick. And then that side there's no fire on it yet. Stick that up there. Bring that across. And then get in here, take this piece, and stick that across. And then this piece here, we'll stick that on top too. That's going lovely. I'll just stick a piece on its felt just for good measure. This piece as well, it's just falling off. Okay, let's go and we'll start prepping the food. Okay, so I've got just a nice wee simple bit of rump steak. So I'm going to cut that open. Now this has been out the fridge for maybe about 15 minutes or so, maybe 20. So what I'm actually going to do is put it on to this plate. Okay, and then get out the second piece. Okay, now making a steak is always very, very simple. Okay, so we're going to add some salt. So I've got some sea salt here. Going there. Some sea salt. Put that back up. Some black pepper. And then we are going to put on some garlic, but we'll do that in a wee minute. Now, just take your finger and just rub all that over your piece of meat. And that just smushes it all in. Okay. And then we'll go over with a bit of garlic. So this is just some garlic powder. Nothing fancy. And then same again, just give it a wee rub over. Right, now, best thing to do is then pick up a bit of meat and get a wee tap. Okay, and then that just gets all the excess off. And then flip them over and we do the same thing again. And then get 2 steaks ready to go on to the barbecue or the fire. Next thing I'm going to do is got some tender stem broccoli. And there. Now, all I'm going to do is just take off the end parts here. Just makes them look a wee bit nicer. They just always look a bit grubby at the end, so let's get rid of them. Now, a wee tip: anything that you take off, like vegetables and stuff, or meats, like fatty bits of meat, things like that, don't get rid of them. They make cracking like broths and stuff. So it just therefore means that if you're making maybe a pot of soup or something, you've got a broth, and even just like boiling it all up, and then you've got it that you can just put in the freezer. And trust me, it's cracking. Okay, so got all the ends off. This one. All the ends off, and then all I'm going to do is I'm just going to lay these out. I've got just this wee kind of like spray oil, and I'm going to give them a spray quite generously, and then I'm going to go over with some salt again. Okay, salt's never killed anybody, don't listen to them. I'm just trying to get you to be healthy, right? Trust me, I'm a fat guy, I know these things, right? And then, you know, maybe flip. Oh, I dropped one in the grass. But you know what? I don't care, it's outdoor cooking. It's going to go wrong. Excellent. Right, then I'm just going to give that a wee rub over the board. Like so. And then I'm going to stick that just there. Right, now I've got here some chorizo. We're having kind of steak and mash, and I'm going to stick some chorizo through the mash. All I could get was these chorizo slices, but if you can get like the wee chunks, that would be better. So I'm going to just cut these up myself, but I'm going to eat this bit. That's nice. Okay, so just roll it up, and then just slice your way through it. turn that round, and we'll go the same again, and that'll do us for some chorizo mash. Now I did cheat, because I could not be annoyed by like peeling totties and boiling potatoes outside. I thought, if I'm going to do it, I'm going to do it right. I'm going to do everything outside. So that's exactly what I'm doing. So I bought ready-made mash. So all I'm going to do is pretty much just heat that up out here, and then yeah, add this in, and we'll be sorted and good to go. Okay, go have another wee bit because it's absolutely gorgeous. Okay, that's what's done here. I'll take you back over and we'll get a look at the fire. Okay, so this is it starting to look like how we want it. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to spread that out a wee bit. Like that. Okay, now I'm just going to add in another couple of wee bits so I can stick a wee pan on the other side. Just when I get the grills back on, I'm going to stick a wee pan just at kind of this side here, just for the chorizo. So yeah, I'll let that burn down a wee bit. I'm going to go and wash my hands, and then I'll bring you back. Okay, so I've put the griddles back on. So just going to do this. Over. This is going on. And I'm just going to let that die down a wee bit. I'm going to separate it, and then we'll get to do some cooking on it as well. So hopefully just another few minutes and then we'll get started. So all I've done here is just closed it over, just to smother it, and then we should be good to get going. Okay, so it's that time. So we're going to make it happen. Now, what we're going to do is I'll stick in there, get it in the bowl. Yeah, it's roasting. Okay, so I've got the steaks here. You stick there. Okay, what I'm actually going to do is just put a wee spray on that. Just to oil up the oil up the griddle a wee bit, and get the steaks on. Okay, now what we want to do is we want to lock that heat in, so I'm going to shut that over just for a few minutes. So you don't want to boil the steak, you want it to obviously char. And what I'm doing is I've shut this box over here, so this is a fire box technically, it's a smoker, but that heats up quite nicely. So once the steaks are cooked, I'll get them in there and get them resting. It's always good to rest a steak. You don't want to just put it from the pan or a grill or whatever straight into your plate. That's not how that works. Okay, so I'm going to stop the video here and then I'll come back just in a wee minute or two once I've got these where I want them to be. Okay, so I've just stuck the pot on and I'm going to stick the chorizo into that. I'm going to get that just melting down, getting all the fats out, and just getting that nice and crispy, which will be nice going through the potatoes. Okay, so we've got everything going nice here. Got this chorizo going. Okay, I want to turn these steaks while I'm out, so here it goes. Yeah, they look good. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to flip that one up to there, because that seems to be just a slight bit hotter up there. Yeah, they're looking good. Chorizo's going. You can see all the nice oils and stuff coming out of that. And that's all flavour in there. That's just going to be incredible. Okay, I'll bring you back to it. Okay, so I've got the steak resting over to the side, and then I've got still the chorizo going. Added in just a wee bit of wood, allow it out for a wee bit of heat just to finish things off. So that's starting to smell really good. So what I'm going to do is I've just got this out of Iceland, so I'm just going to scoop that out. I'm going to fire it in there, get a wee mix about, and I've got some milk. I'll just add a wee bit of milk to it so it doesn't burn. So I'll bring it back in a wee second. So I'll start the potatoes in. And then go in there, a wee bit of milk, and I'm going to get that remixed round. Okay, now I'm just going to go in here and add these on. Just that. This is coming on nicely. I've saved a wee bit of milk just for the end, just to loosen it all back up again. But that's looking great as well. I've got on the go. Steaks are resting. They are a nice temperature. So I'm going to do now, I'm going to get some plates and then we'll get it plated up. But as I say, so what I'm going to do here is just add in a wee bit extra milk into these potatoes just to get them nice and smooth. These are getting nice and charred, which is lovely. And then we'll get it plated and we'll get it scanned. Scoop potato. Do another wee scoop. And then we're going to get one of these steaks. Like that, just the side there, and then just a couple of wee tender stem broccolis, like so, and there we have some broccoli, bit of steak, and some chorizo potato. So I'm going to put up my own. This is for Steph, and I'll get Steph hopefully to do a wee review on how it tastes. Thanks for watching the first outdoor cooking video. Hopefully we can do more. Couldn't get a review simply because I forgot. Standard, but anyway, hope you enjoyed it. I can tell you it tasted fantastic. Don't forget to like and subscribe to JSS Adventures. Bye.